Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. I
You're
was
fine.
thinking that was a firm name, the whole
Oh, yeah,
name.
no.
Looked like two last
Only put a
names.
comma. Comma, comma.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
You haven't reached that level yet?
No, I don't want to reach that level.
Plagany. Okay. All right, cool. Looks like that might be it.
Let me take this down. I'm good. Yourself?
Just that one, so I just thought I'd write it in. I don't
Okay.
need a copy of that second.
We all set? Now, Larry's going to be right up. He's shutting his computer. Really going up. Okay.
Didn't hear you say Dave. I heard you say Larry.
Larry's coming up. Yeah.
Larry who?
Larry Downs.
Omskai?
Yep.
And he's gonna be like Dave tonight.
Yep. He's Dave Tiger Jack.
Okay, it's not Lawrence or anything.
What's that?
It's not Lawrence or anything, it's just Larry.
Larry. Yep. Yep. That's the only thing I've ever heard him go by.
Okay. Is he an inspector?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
You-
Can we start without Larry, or do we need him?
Yeah, we need Larry here at,
Okay.
if he's in order, and I'll call down and tell him.
Okay.
Okay, you can start.
Okay, we'll call today's hearing to order. I'm George Hartman, the hearing officer today. Dan?
Dan Colby, I'm for the building department.
Larry Domsky, the building department.
Okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dan, you call the first case.
The first case is 176 Liberty. It's a single-family residence, posted on March 30th of 2022. It's a fire damaged, dangerous, dilapidated structure. Below the porch is open to trespass. The roof, siding, trim, porch, and garage are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt, broken window, working without permits, new windows, doors, electrical riser, ground wire, and weather mast is put in without permits. The electric meter is on, the gas meter is on. They were supposed to have gotten a property maintenance inspection. Nothing has occurred to date, so our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Your name, sir?
Emery Nichols.
Okay.
The reason why, last time I came down here, I need to get the permits, and I was told to come back today so we can get all the proper permits for the property. And you say the roof is collapsing and all that. None of that stuff is going on right now. If you've been by the property lately, you can see for yourself what's going on.
This was from originally to what is now. There may be some work had been done, but,
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had to get permits, I'm willing to do it. That's no problem.
well, yeah, they should have been gotten before.
Well, but
Property inspection needs to be done first.
Yeah, but we couldn't do that because when I was here last time, you said to come back today. I could have got those permits, but you said to come back because you wanted to make sure that my name was on the property before and everything was legit before we did anything.
So,
Yeah, for John. It's John and I we both co-own the property now. You said to come back today, so I'm willing to get the permits and do what I have to do to make things right. That's no problem.
are you on the property now?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. So,
But as far as you can go by that property right now and take a look. There's nothing torn up. There's no collapsed roof. It's perfect. And if I need to get the permits tomorrow, I'll get them tomorrow. That's no problem.
You need a property maintenance inspection.
That's no problem. You just tell me what I need to do,
Yeah.
and I'll do it.
Sir, the order is go downstairs, pay for the property maintenance inspection.
Okay.
$250, Dan?
I can do that right now. That's no problem.
Yeah, so do that.
Okay.
And the inspectors will come out, look at the property, they'll
Okay.
tell you what you need to do.
Okay.
And then you pull the proper permits based upon that report, okay?
That's no problem. That's okay.
We'll hold this over until our next hearing, which is when, Dan?
It's, this one, is July 13th.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll hold this over until July, but
Okay.
pay for that property.
No problem. Should I go down right now
Go ahead. If you can do that, please do it.
and come back up?
No.
You don't need to come back.
Oh,
You take
okay.
care of everything down in the building department.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
208 State is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30/2022. It's vacant, dilapidated, fire damaged structure. Let's see, the roof, siding, trim, soffits, doors, and windows are all dilapidated. It's over, let's see, broken window, animals undermining, unkempt. Foundation has some concerns. There have been work being done without permits. The gas meter is gone, the electric meter is, also gone, wire's been cut. They were supposed to, they had a property maintenance inspection back last year, all the permits were needed. I know that there's an issue with court, and I asked them to bring some documentation as to when the next, when your court date is. If not, our recommendation is to move it on to the Board of Appeals.
Okay, your name, please?
Michelle Munoz.
Okay.
Right here we have all the, our attorney emailed, was it Dave Moran? He sent over all recent paperwork, everything. I also have a copy of it right here to let them know what's going on and what's up to date and with the house and everything.
Dave Moran is no longer with the city, so it's probably.
Well, we didn't know that, so,
Cyberspace.
well, here it is right here, all the paperwork.
Okay.
Okay, so what is this paperwork? Is this?
The recent,
concerning
what you
your
guys asked for,
lawsuit?
the courts, everything that's going on up to date of the house and the courts and everything.
But you still haven't collected your money from the
No,
contractor?
nope.
When's your court date?
It should be on there also.
Is the property secure? So people
Yeah.
can't get in it?
Oh, yeah, nobody can get it, no.
And this is going nowhere until you get your settlement, right?
Correct. We're still making a mortgage payment on that house.
Yeah.
Plus the bills that we have in the house that we're living in now. So we can't really do anything like you asked us to put windows in. We can't do that right now because, like I said, we're still paying a mortgage on it. So
Okay.
we just have to wait for this lawsuit to go through. Or actually, collect, I should say.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm Teresa Monaco, I'm here on behalf of the mortgage company, they are current customer.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this, I don't read computer or legalese, but I believe you've got a May 21st. No, that's not last year. I'm not seeing a date.
Do you know
where
what
the-
date your hearing
where
is?
the,
No.
there's a court hearing
It's-
date of, boom, set. Nothing in there that's,
Do you have an
We don't,
attorney?
I mean, we're done with court. We're just in collections right now. We're waiting for him to collect from this contractor. So there's no court, we're just waiting to collect. It should be, he
So you need to-
explained it in the letter.
at the last meeting, you said that you had a date for the collection.
We already, no, we have already won the case, everything. Right now, we're just in collections. He explained it in the letter about, the creditor and debitor. They're going through all that with him right now just to see what he has so we can start collecting.
Okay.
Or that, we can't do anything.
Do you need all of the money from the contractor to be able to,
We're trying
Start the
to
work?
get wherever we can right now just to get started on the house.
yeah,
Like I said, we're doing whatever we can just to get started. But it's kind of hard because, like I said, we're making mortgage payments on that house, so we can't afford extra stuff. And then if we're not getting a payment from him yet, so there's nothing we can do.
okay.
I mean, my
Well,
attorney can send more paperwork or whatever you guys need. I mean, because that's all we can do right now.
I think we'll hold this over again until our July hearing.
Okay.
Hopefully by that time you've got some direction on collections. But please keep the house secure, keep the site clean.
Oh yeah, we do. Yep.
And, if you have any broken windows, board them or whatever you have
Yeah,
to do. to
it's
make
boarded
it
up.
secure.
Yeah. Yep. It's all boarded up.
So we'll hold this over until July.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
321 West Walton is a the commercial property. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Was a vacant, fire damaged, dilapidated structure. The roof has been repaired. There's still some boarded doors and windows. Still overgrowth, debris, undermining. Again, broken windows. Abandoned vehicle. They have completed the permit for the roof area, but the doors, the rest of the outside and interior have yet to be pulled. Recommendation basically will be postponement, provided that we get some sort of knowledge of when's the next step going to take place.
Right now,
Your name, please, for the
oh,
record.
I'm sorry, Sam Brico.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Right now, we have, the last meeting that we had here was lack of funds to continue the remodeling of the building. So the lack of funds, I'm trying to get a loan. If the loan doesn't go through, I'm putting up the property for sale. So that's where we're at right now with it.
Is the inside
It's not that.
workable, or all the washing equipment's destroyed?
No, it has to have maintenance done. It has to have, some money spent on there, but it's not that bad. But the roof was the part that was bad. I had it replaced, and it's all set on the outside. There's no derbies, no nothing outside. It's pretty clean.
The abandoned vehicles, that's still there?
No, there's not. It's not abandoned. It's plated.
Is it? In the back?
Yes, it's plated.
Is that the truck that I see?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And to finish up the outside, you need,
It just needs
Door
windows
and
and
some
and
win-
some doors.
but
just
everything
windows and
appears
doors.
to be boarded up, is that correct?
Yes, it's boarded up.
Secure?
It's secured.
Is there any, I don't see any garbage piled on the site?
No, it's pretty clean.
Yeah.
That's relatively clean. It comes and goes, from what I've been told.
Okay. Well,
Well, I have no control of people throwing trash out there, but every time there's trash out there, I go out there and I clean it. So it's pretty clean right now. I passed by there before I came here.
good. All right. Well, I'll hold this one over again until August, or to July.
Okay.
So hopefully by that time you've got your loan secured and you can get back in. The outside looks, other than some final cleanup in the windows and a door, looks
Yes.
in good shape.
Yes.
The roof's all on now?
No, the building is a beautiful building. It just needs windows and doors and then a little bit of work on the inside.
Okay. Get it done, start washing cars, make money.
Yeah, that's the problem. Lack of funds.
Yeah. Okay, good luck.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
113 Florence is a duplex. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Vacant. The shed is built. Let's see, what's going down here. Roof, front porch, steps are rotted. Rear steps are rotted and some missing. Multiple windows are boarded or missing. Overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. Guardrails and handrails are missing. Bricks are falling off. The gas meter is gone. The electric meter is gone. Lines have been cut. He had a property maintenance inspection, did pull a building permit. All permits have expired without any inspections at all. Our recommendation is to remain on the demolition list as no forward progress is really occurring.
Okay. Your name, please?
Oh, Antoine Cassad.
Thank you. Is there a reason you haven't progressed on the work?
Just really, we've been working on the inside. Now that the weather is breaking, we're going to focus on the outside and the electrical and the plumbing here in the next few weeks.
Okay. And when did that permit expire?
I don't have a date on it.
Which one? They keep expiring.
The building permit,
A building permit was renewed last week because it stops on it was expired on the April 6th, the same day I came in and renewed it. I have the copy in the truck if you want.
yeah, no, I'll talk to them. When they're at the hearing officer, they don't go past this date. I mean, when they renew.
Oh, yeah, I renewed it last week.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll talk
All
to
right.
staff.
So if he's got an active permit,
Yeah.
so, you know,
Oh, right now, really, we're just waiting for the weather to break, and then we'll rock and roll all summer there.
What work are
Okay.
you doing on the inside?
Finish the demo. We're gonna start the tile. We can't put drywall obviously till we get our mechanicals in line.
Okay.
So it's
You do them in the right order.
oh, absolutely.
yeah. Okay. We'll hold this over then until our July meeting.
See you guys in July. Thank you.
'63 Miami is a single-family residence. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Vacant, dilapidated structure. Garage is extremely rotted. Holes in the garage roof, a lot of the garage roof is actually gone. Siding trim and the garage are all needing help. Overgrown, debris, unkempt. Gas meter is on, the electric meter is locked out. They have pulled their building and electrical and mechanical permits. We got their rough plumbing passed last month, actually, February. The rough electrical is done. Our recommendation is postponement because they are making some progress with what they're doing.
Okay. Your name, please?
Jan Hoagie.
Thank you. And Mr. Dudley's not living in the house anymore, is that correct?
Right.
But a family member's going to move in at some point?
That's the plan, yes.
And what, obviously the garage is an issue, and that was with the Historic Commission, right?
Correct.
Has
Right.
that been resolved?
They have signed off on it. The garage could come down if they so chose.
Right.
Is,
So as of, I think it was last summer, the president of the Historic District Commission came out with a couple of other historic people and recommended a contractor that he knew to just secure the garage at that point, but he also quoted for repairs. But we decided not to do that, to focus on the house itself so we could get people in there and get it. So at this point, the owner really does want the garage repaired. So I think we're going to, we have three things that we want to do in the next couple months. One is to get that garage repaired, in addition to the finalizing the plumbing work. We have to get a new contractor. And then we also have the gutter systems. We've got a date for getting the gutters done, and also a sump pump installed. So those are next steps. What we've accomplished since the last hearing was the initial, as he just said, the initial plumbing work, and a large rotted tree in the backyard was removed.
okay. So you said the electric is off?
No, electric is on.
Electric's
The
on.
gas is off.
The gas is off?
Right.
But is there heat in the house?
No,
It hasn't been
but
maintained?
nobody's living there, and it
Everything
hasn't.
shut down then?
Right. Yeah.
And when do you expect somebody to move in?
Well, as soon as we can get the plumbing done, and then drywall internal work needs to be done. Those are the last steps.
Yes.
We won't give no CO on that property until the garage is maintained. It's a safety issue right now. That garage should come down. I was out there. That garage is a hazard to the neighborhood. Kids play in the area. Kids are curious. They crawl in there. There's a good chance of a collapse there. That garage is beyond repair. I've done a lot of repair work and maintenance. That garage is really in bad shape, and I will not sign off on any C of O for a house when the garage is in that bad a condition.
Okay.
And Mr. Dudley wants to rehab the garage, is that what I'm hearing?
So the contractor that was recommended by the Historic District Commission did just secured the door and made sure it was secure, and then he quoted what it would take to repair it. So I think it's a matter of getting back in touch with him.
And you don't think the garage is repairable at all?
The garage,
I can't tell from the
yeah,
pictures.
the garage is in very poor condition. The cost would outweigh trying to save it. And the danger, my concern of the whole thing when I see it is that it's a danger. It should never have been left that long, in my opinion. And we need to get rid of some of these dangerous structures in the city. Someone's going to end up getting hurt, and it's going to come back on the building department if we let it. So that's my opinion on that.
Right. Well, progress has been slow on this, and I understand why. We'll hold this over again. Hopefully you can at least get the inside finished up and get that garage secured here and either torn down or
Make it safe.
make it safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hopeful, as somebody else said, now we've got better weather to get the plumbing finished, the garage taken care of, and and then the gutters within the next couple of months.
Okay. So we'll hold this until July.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next property is 88 Summit Street. It's a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30/2022. There's a house and garage. They're both dangerous and dilapidated structures. They're being occupied. Roof, siding, trim, soffits. Windows, chimney, garage are all dilapidated. It's overgrown, debris, unkempt. Again, broken windows. The gas meter's on. The electric meter is on. Nothing has occurred as far as coming in for a property maintenance inspection. Therefore, our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Your name, please?
Helena Melnick.
Okay. And is there a reason you didn't get the property maintenance inspection?
I was unable to save the money. The heating bills were so high. There were some over, there was at least one over $300. I'm very low income. Then, of course, paying the property taxes, and I just didn't have the money. And I wanted to call, but I wasn't certain I'd be called back. Anyhow, as far as debris goes, I know I have plexiglass in the broken windows. The back porch overhang, that's a result of vandalism. I didn't have money to fix them before because I had two very crooked mechanics in a row who charged me for repairs that weren't even done. It broke me. And but anyhow, the good news is I got help miraculously. I'm registered with Habitat for Humanity, and they gave me some other references, and I've called those. I'm waiting for a call back on one. One has a full mailbox, and the other isn't taking requests at this time. But all along in winter, I have been going to the library and looking up places for repair, and I've made a lot of calls. Haven't had very much luck. But I'm registered with Habitat for Humanity. They've been very kind and helpful and supportive. We have to meet again for whatever it is they do. They've got to go through and screen things, and they also have a payment plan. Even though I'm so low income, they can arrange a payment plan, and I'm still flabbergasted from the miracle. It's only been a week. It's as though, I have these guardian demons who decided to wait till the 11th hour just so they could make a Hail Mary pass or something. It's crazy. And as far as there's a plastic greenhouse that has just been a real Lucian Ethel episode for me, and now that it's not frozen to the ground anymore, I've been yanking at it, and I have destroyed it trying to yank it up. So let's just get out the scissors and, I don't know, do what I can.
So is Habitat for Humanity working with you on financing for this?
Yes, they said they were going to, they've put everything in motion. They took the registration, sent me a confirmation email. They also were very kind, and they sent a packet of reference material about the program, and also referrals for a few other agencies until they can get in, because they said there might be a bit of a wait on that. And one of those agencies, I'm still waiting for a call back, and I intend to keep contacting them, because at least I know of one, they do call back. But yeah, they have a payment program. I will also assist in volunteering with I don't know, wherever they need the volunteers. It's, like I said, I'm still so befuddled that I actually got some help, and they're very structured.
Yeah. Do you have the money for the property maintenance inspection now?
No, I don't. Like I said, that I live on $13,000 a year, and I paid property taxes. Had to scrape everything together for property taxes in February, March, April. This heating bill is under $300, but that's very little money. Oh, and I had to pay for my driver's license tab. That was unexpected, and the car insurance went up a little bit. But no, I tried. This at the end of, what is this, April? The end of March, what I had left at the end of the month was only a little over $20. it's just been terrifically expensive.
Do you think you'll have a direction from Habitat within the next 90 days?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, like I said, I'm just so flabbergasted to get this wonderful situation. I've been trying for years to get help from them, and to have it just happen, boom.
Okay. So we'll hold this over until our July meeting again. Hopefully you get some good news and some financial assistance from Habitat.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, please do what you can to clean up the site, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank
And,
you.
and before Habitat starts any work or anything, you need that property maintenance inspection. Make sure they understand that
Oh.
they'll need to help you with the payment for the property maintenance inspection. Want to make sure that you're working on things that have to be done and not just some
Right.
cosmetic things. You know, get
Oh,
let's
I'm-
get the
I'm
things
sure,
that have to be
yeah.
done, get you out of the dangerous building classification. Then you can.
Well, they've been very patient. I mean,
Okay.
so much of what's been done to that house has just been vandalism. I mean, when you're old and you're poor, you're not just powerless, you're also prey.
Okay.
So I've had quite over the years, especially that back porch roof, that was due to a repeated attempts at break-in for whatever reason, who knows. Nothing to steal. Anyway,
All right.
Ma'am?
So we'll hold, go ahead.
Can you call the building department tomorrow? My name's Larry. There's like community involvement programs. There's a lot of programs that we might be able to direct you to, plus Habitat, to see if we can. Can you call me over to the building department tomorrow?
is there
See if
a
I can
special
find
number?
I'll write it down for you.
Oh, thanks. This is what I was saying. You know, these distressed homes listings are made available to these vulture capitalists. Oh, yeah, and the predators have been out since I was here last. And but I think I asked Ben for a reference listing for repairs, for assistance with repairs. I appreciate this very much. I hope somebody else gets as lucky as I've been. Oh, and I will take care of that. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for your patience.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
The next property is 628 North Perry. It's a garage. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Dangerous, dilapidated structure. The entire garage is collapsed. Piles of debris around the outside of the structure. Had electrical permit that was finalized, had pulled a building permit and nothing expired back a while back. Our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list in the fact that there's just nothing going on to move it to
Your
forward.
name, please?
Louis Stevens.
Thank you. And it certainly is cleaned up from where we started a long
Yeah,
time
and-
ago.
But as long as the weather breaks where I can get out there and start cutting all the wood up, all that wood will be out of there by maybe next week.
Okay.
The garage I will start on, but I don't know if I need to get another permit or not. I do?
You'll have to renew your permit, yep.
Okay. And I'll have to come down. It'll be probably 2 weeks before I have the money for it.
Well, sir, when was the last time you had a permit for that? We can give you an extension too.
I just renewed it
No.
3 months ago.
I'd have to do some checking to see
Yeah, we
where
can
it's
check
at.
if it's
But
been
Yeah,
renewed.
that is,
That's
I had to
been
pay
way back.
$50 today, something for the city. I don't know what it was
You already
for.
paid a re-inspection fee, but, yeah, why don't you check, make sure before you go pull another permit, that this one's still active and you can get it down. You're gonna take it down, correct?
Yeah. Hopefully I'll start on that soon. Like I said, I haven't been able to do anything because of the weather.
The
Now,
the chassis that's sitting with the tires, is that?
yeah, that was supposed to be in the garage. I had to pull it out of the garage from that, so now I'm going to have to cut it up, I guess, and get it out of there. That was being saved so I could rebuild it.
Yeah.
But it's all that stuff's going to be out of there in the next month or two.
And you had a truck or an off-road vehicle in
Yeah,
the garage?
I have
Is
a
that
race
still there?
vehicle in the garage.
That's still there.
Yeah.
So Does that have a license plate on it?
You can't plate it. It's for racing only.
So that's not an abandoned vehicle then, is it?
Not classified, I don't think we had it listed as abandoned.
Inside the structure is.
I hate to have this gentleman take the garage down and have his off-road vehicle sitting there and then get a ticket for it.
Would it be possible to get one of those canvas, like little garages, and put it in there?
We check with planning, but I would say possible.
Okay.
You're in the
That way-
historical district, so there is some limitations of what you can do versus another lot, but
Yeah.
they do allow them in the city, so check with.
Because what I'm trying to do is find a builder who will come in and build, but I can't find no builder who will build in Pontiac. As soon as they say Pontiac, no, we don't do anything there. I've gone through that for 2 years now. So if you guys have any reputable builders that will do something, get me a number for them, please.
Ma'am, did you?
I represent the mortgage holder, Sogol Plagany from Orleans PC. This is on 628 North Perry, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would just ask, we've had this file open since 2019, so we're going on 3 years. So if nothing's done, if you're adjourning it to the July date, that if nothing's done by July, that it moves to the next stage.
Okay.
And that's, you have a mortgage on the property.
He has a mortgage on the property.
Yeah.
She's representing the mortgage holder,
Yeah.
saying if he doesn't make some progress, they want to see it moved on.
Well, is the mortgage on the house,
Yes.
the entire property?
The lot, yes.
Whole thing.
The legal description, which includes the garage.
Okay. Well, we're going to hold this over until July. You've got the weather working in your favor now,
Yeah, finally.
and hopefully you can finalize cleaning things up.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question.
118 Victory is a single-family residence, was posted on 1/30 of 2022. Was a dangerous and dilapidated structure. There was, building permit has been pulled, plumbing permits, the mechanical and electrical were finalized out. Let's see, at this point, the siding is falling off, again, back off the house. Gas meter is on, electric meter is on. They did finally pass the rough plumbing inspection. We're kind of torn. We need a commitment to get this thing done. We're just kind of like,
Yeah, well,
inching our way along, and
well, it's an issue with the plumber, and he keeps texting me and all that. And matter of fact, he's claiming somebody's supposed to come there tomorrow. I told him I was going to let him know if that's true. Now, I don't necessarily believe
I
it.
believe there is a plumbing inspection scheduled for sometime very shortly. I think
Oh,
tomorrow,
okay.
the 14th will be tomorrow.
Yep.
Final-
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. And I told him that. So we'll do that. And then, so I came here a week or so ago, and I was advised that once the plumbing is completed, then I pull the other permit, and we go from there, or the other inspection or something.
The building permit, okay.
So that's where we are.
So what is there for the building permit? We've got some
gonna-
siding that needs to be repaired.
The siding has to be put back up, and I
Is
don't,
there
what else
anything-
was that?
anything
That
else
decided-
on the
just the final
outside?
inspection,
Final inspection, so, okay. And
with the permit.
you have a tenant in here, right, Mr. Hall?
Yeah, I have someone there, yeah.
So if they could at least keep the site clean too, because it looks like they moved the stuff from the driveway to behind the house now, but,
Okay.
all right, we'll hold this over until July. Hopefully by then, you're all finalized out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
.441 North Saginaw is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It was a vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure, fire damaged. A front entry door has been secured. The upper windows on the north elevation are still open to the elements. Roof, siding, boarded windows, soffit, trim, overhangs, porches and chimney are all dilapidated. Overgrown, debris unkempt, animals undermining. The main electric service is open. The meter is missing, or is off, The gas meter is locked out. Our recommendation is to move on to the demolition list.
Okay. Your name, please?
Cecilia Lopez.
Okay. And we had a property maintenance inspection back in October? And
Yep.
all permits are needed?
But none have been pulled. If they all needed, none have been pulled.
Okay.
I'm Angelica Lopez Diaz. I'm her translator. And the last meeting, she had some process with Habitat for Humanity. From the date to now, they call her and they tell her that they didn't have enough funds to help her. So she's moving into selling the property. She already has two persons that are interested on it. She's just in the process of checking that everything will be legal and that they are through. And she was wanted to ask if she needs to do the new inspection for the maintenance of the property for the affidavit for selling the house, or if not, because we remember you say something about that last
Yeah,
time.
the property maintenance inspection that they did will be now getting on almost 6 months old. So yes, a new one will need to be done. When they go to sell the house, it's basically illegal to sell a house in this condition in the city of Pontiac. To allow it to be sold, the buyer is going to have to sign a notarized affidavit stating that they understand the condition of the house, that it's at the hearing officer or go to the Board of Appeals where it happens to be, and what has to be done to the house in order to reoccupy it. That new property maintenance inspection is a great attachment to that because that's going to give them a list of what has to be done to the house in order to reoccupy it.
Okay.
And also what permits are going to be needed to get them to that point.
But those permits will be by the new buyer, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So she only needs to do
need
the
the-
maintenance inspection.
Correct.
Or get it notarized with an affidavit for the selling of
For
the
the,
house.
for the, right, exactly.
Dan, is that a new inspection, or is the October
The-
inspection valid?
That's, it's, again, by the time now we're looking at 6 months, they're going to want another property maintenance inspection on that.
Okay.
Which, so that'd be another $200.
Correct. But, a month or two, they'll probably let it slide, but in 6 months, they're going to want a new property
Okay,
maintenance.
but I mean, she already has the person, one of the sellers actually came into the office and
Okay.
asked questions about what would be needed it.
Okay?
So this is like happening really soon. Does she
Okay.
need to get a new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, well, as again, it's going to be needed by the buyer to do the house.
But for her to sell it?
For her to sell it, it's that, make that a detachment to. What a lot of times in the county does this is the property owner, the deed holder, makes application for it. The buyer might be willing to pay for it.
Okay.
Then when they realize what all has to be done, they'll go on with the sale. If not, they're going to say, "Pff, way too much, had no clue that this was all going to have to be done,"
Okay.
and back out. But that's between you and the buyer to, work that out. But yes, I would strongly suggest a new one at that time so the buyer knows what they're getting into.
So she can
Because
be
a lot-
protected.
Right, that protects the sale, because without that affidavit and being current, the buyer can say, hey, I had no clue it was in this condition, I had no clue what was going on. See ya, I'll be seeing the court because I want my money back.
Okay.
So.
Do you have a realtor representing you or not?
¿Tienes un agente de ventas? No.
Or is she just trying to sell this on her own?
Yeah.
So this is, we don't give legal advice here, but you may want to talk to a realtor or a title company to handle any sale,
Okay.
to make sure that and this is what Dan is trying to tell you here with that property maintenance inspection, you want to make sure that the buyer is fully aware of what they are buying, and that's why Dan says have a current property maintenance inspection and make that part of the sale, that they sign and accept that as their responsibility. Not that you sell the house and they come back and sue you for the condition of the property. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, que te recomienda que tengas un agente de ventas o que invites a la compañía de títulos o la persona que tiene el título de tu casa para que se aseguren que la venta sea legal y que no te vayan a hacer trampa. Eso es lo que te están comentando, para que te protejas legalmente. Okay.
Now, from October till now, there could have been a lot of water infiltrate into the house because of openings, roof, whatever. So there could be conditions to the house now that was not back then. So that's why you
Okay.
want to have a current one.
So, Dan, I know the recommendation is to move this onto the demo list. How does that impact selling this house for not only the current owner, but a potential buyer? Does that complicate things? Because if this moved on to the demo list, that would be next month hearing, right?
That'd be in May 18th is the hearing.
And are there any other stipulations or requirements that get put onto selling a property that's moved on?
Wouldn't be any additional that's not here. Again, they would have to be moving forward. When do you think you're going to be able to have this closing?
¿Cuándo crees que puedas cerrar lo de la venta de la casa?
Al parecer la próxima semana.
Maybe next week.
What, if you would be willing, you could say if it's the buyer, it's transferred by the end of the month. We'll keep it here. If it's not, we'll move it on.
Well, that's,
I mean, I got till the end of the month before I've got to get my paperwork
yeah,
and
it's a
move it on.
short time frame to,
The people that is trying to buy the house is out of the town for this week and will be back at next week, and then is when she will finalize the
Ye-
process with them.
yeah. And to get all the paperwork, it's not, and I hate to complicate a deal. We've talked about this before. I will hold this over till our next hearing in July.
Okay.
But if you do have a buyer and
He needs to be here for the next hearing.
if you haven't closed on the property, if the transfer of the title hasn't taken place, you still own the property, you will still need to be here,
Okay,
okay?
okay,
If you close your deal, if the title, the title is now in the new owner's name, then they will be notified by
by the city.
the building department, by the city. Correct, Dan?
Yes.
But how long does it take you to get a notification?
Well, it
That
depends
can
upon if they
wait.
do their paperwork properly.
Yeah.
If they do a property transfer affidavit, that shows up in a few weeks to us. Because the deeds at Oakland County are months behind in getting recorded. But if they do the property maintenance inspection, it moves things along quite
Would
quickly.
it be of benefit if you, before our next meeting, if you do close your deal and sell the property, I'd suggest you notify Dan so that he's aware of it.
Yeah, I think I know the one of the people that was in the office today, looking at that particular property that you're talking of. Upon closing of the property, if they take their property transfer affidavit to 250 Elizabeth Lake Road and get it stamped by the county, they can come in and pull permits without any problem.
So once she closed the deal and transferred the title, she needs to contact Dan.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then what?
Colby's last name,
Colby with C?
Kolbe,
K-O-E-E, okay.
and I'm in the building department.
Okay, got
Actually,
it.
I'll give you, have her call Janice. She knows Janice quite well.
Okay,
Janice speaks Spanish,
okay,
so she'll be able to, and knows what's required.
okay. Okay, good.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks. Have a good day.
The next property is 26 Tacoma. It's a multiple family residence. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Is a non-compliant structure that is not properly registered. Siding, trim, roof, and shingles are all dilapidated. Overhangs, porches are also on the dilapidated side of things. overgrown, debris, unkempt. Guardrails and handrails are missing. All the gas meters appear to be on. The electric meters, there's 5 of them that are on. Needs to move forward, Daniel. Reluctantly, we're facing, going on a demolition list, but we don't hear from you. You just take off and.
We recently had a property maintenance.
Your name, please?
Daniel Atti.
Thank you.
Yes, and we recently had a property maintenance, and we need to. I know I'm waiting for the report to come in, and we'll waiting to pull the permit.
Okay.
I did.
Larry?
I did do the property maintenance inspection on, I believe it was Monday.
I believe.
There's quite a lengthy list on it. The house should not be occupied, which there's 4 tenants in it. A lot of safety issues. So your report is ready,
Okay.
and I think I have over 50 items that had to be corrected on it. So the house is in poor condition, and we will, like I said, it never should have been occupied. So I'm only going to give you 30 days to make this happen. So you're going to have to work, because I told you you illegally occupied them. So every day you can receive a ticket for that. So
Okay.
we need to move this one along a little quicker than normal. You got people living in it. It's your responsibility now.
So can you give me an example of some safety concerns here? Are we talking collapse, or would this be egress issues?
Egress issues, windows issues, mold issues. Well, I can't say mold, I'll say substance growing, because I'm not a mold expert. There are, the smell, just the floors are very in poor condition, the stairways. The house is, never should have been occupied, so, but,
And does this need to be registered as a rental?
and once it's all done, it has to be, all 4 units have to be registered. Did you come down and pay your registration before?
I have the payment with me right now.
Okay. Okay, so that has to be paid, and how about, okay, so, we're on this one today, so, yeah,
So do you think the improvements can be made in 30 days to make this safe?
if he gets a good crew in there, he can, and that's what he's gonna have to do.
Do you think you can do that? I know you haven't seen the list.
So the list is extensive. There's a lot of little things, cracks, and it's little things that add up, and sometimes the little things can be hard to do, but it's not a collapse or something that just will take a long time. The little things, there's a lot of little things that need to be done. Everything, he talked about painting and just overall cleanliness, painting, refreshment, tuck pointing. Some units, the flooring has the flooring, like these tiles. There's tiles that have come apart because of normal wear and tear. So we do have in one unit that the flooring has just not the floor itself, but the tile that's on top. So there's a lot of little things in terms of finishing it and making it new again. There's a lot of little things that need to be done. It's gonna be a full-time thing every day in order to get it done with 30 days. But I'm gonna aim for it. I'm gonna try. I mean, can't say.
Well, since this gentleman he's had his property maintenance inspection, he hasn't seen the report yet. I think he's got to see the report, so we'll hold this over until our July meeting. Hopefully, by that time, you've made the bulk of the repairs, you've pulled your permits that are required, and things are moving forward. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
And the report,
You come see me tomorrow morning.
is it possible if you can email or both?
Well, you have to come in and pay the other. I'm not
Okay.
gonna give you the report until all the fees were paid.
Okay.
Remember I told you that?
Right.
And like I said, it's not a lot of little things. There's a lot of major things too that has to be taken care of. We want the
Yeah.
house brought to code.
Right. No, you
So
explained it.
people have a good place to live, not what they have today.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Okay, next property is 540 4th Avenue. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It's a vacant, dangerous, fire damaged, dilapidated structure. Siding, trim, gutters, and interior fire damaged. There's overgrowth, debris, unkempt, broken windows. Was not open to trespass this time. Open electrical box in the back. The electric meter is gone. Wires have been cut. The gas meter is locked out. They did have a property maintenance inspection, and all permits are needed. None of them have been pulled. A recommendation is on the demolition list unless we're committing to going on to doing something. Oh, sorry, 580. I'm sorry, 584th.
Solgo Plagany for the homeowner, or the bank-owned property owner. So the original notice that we received indicated that the property was found to be open to trespass via a side window. So my client boarded and secured the property, but then yesterday, we got a new notice from an inspection on 4/6 with multiple interior violations. So I know my client has placed the property on the market as of April 4th, and they're attempting to sell the property because it's vacant and it's bank-owned post foreclosure. So my client's question was whether or not they can just sell the property as is and have the new buyer assume the responsibility for the interior once it's sold, or how you want to proceed.
So that interior was based upon the property maintenance inspection?
More than likely, yeah.
And so the same as with the previous or several homes ago, you have to make the buyer aware of
Right.
the issues, and they have to accept it. So if they accept it, that's good, so,
Okay.
yeah. So.
Yeah, we'll make
But
sure they accept.
the results of the property maintenance inspection should be part of that notarized affidavit that they sign.
So we're back to the question, do we move this on to the Board of Appeals, or do we
We did the last one, we postponed the last one.
postpone the last one? I hate to compromise a sale where somebody says, oh my gosh, it's at the Board of Appeals.
Do you have a buyer?
Not that I'm aware of. They just listed it on the 4th.
Okay.
So if there's an affidavit or something they need to sign, if it's something that I can just grab from you guys, then I'll take
No,
it.
there's no form for the
No.
affidavit. It's just basically I'm sure you can write something up that the buyer is aware that it's at the hearing officer, that the next meeting is going to be July 13th. They had a property maintenance inspection. These are the items that's going to have to be done in order before you can reoccupy the structure. And I'm sure I know he gave you a list of what permits, which ones are going to require permits. All permits are going to be needed, but
How bad is the inside, Larry?
It's quite a lengthy list. I believe there's substance growing in there. It's in very poor condition. There was a fire. I don't know if I was able to get to the basement on that one because of the smell. It was the mold smell. So, but I did. You do have quite a list there, don't you, ma'am?
Yeah, 3 pages.
Okay. I don't think I missed anything.
No, I think you're pretty thorough.
Okay, so we'll hold this over until the July meeting,
Okay, perfect.
and hopefully you have a sale.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ma'am, if you have any questions about your inspection, you can call me over the office.
Okay.
My name's Larry.
Thank you.
here's, we have 2 more that didn't sign the sheet. Sir, what address? Oh, okay.
And I did sign. It's still
Oh,
up here.
okay.
This sheet is here. Maybe they didn't take this one. Miss Lewis, 217 East Wilson. Letitia Lewis. Yep. Lewis. Last name. Letitia. 217 East Wilson, Pontiac, Michigan. I don't know when the last time you all have probably even been by to see the property.
Well, the property was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It was a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated, fire-damaged structure. Garage, rear door, and windows are all of concern. Motorhome has an open door, making it open to trespass, as well as the garage is open to trespass. The roof, siding, Windows, doors, porch, soffit, and trim are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. There's an abandoned RV that is, again, open to trespass. There had been work being done without permits. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is off with the wires cut. A property or a building permit had been applied for quite a while, but nothing has moved on forward on it. They had a property maintenance inspection back in December. All permits were needed. Our recommendation is to move on to the demolition list if something isn't committed to.
Yeah, that's why
Moving
I thought it was
forward.
the last time, because currently the property has been cleaned up as far as the outside. That was the next step. I was advised in order to get someone in to take a look at it, to move forward with the inspections, that we had to clean out the inside, which was done. There was not supposed to be any work being done on the inside, but we were advised to clean out all the rubbish, all the things that were inside. And we had a lot of stuff that was outside as well as the RV was there at that time also, and a car was in the driveway. All of that has been cleaned up. That's why I was wondering and hoping that maybe you guys have maybe even went by and seen what the outside is looking like, because I know that you do routine and regularly checkups of the home. So if you have seen it lately, then everything's moved out of the house. So now we can move forward with getting, I guess, those inspectors in that need to have, whatever our next step is.
Okay, ma'am, are you the one that applied for the permit?
Yes.
And I talked to you?
Or
We had an inspection set up on the,
yes,
March
absolutely.
18th, you
Yep.
didn't show up?
Wait a minute. Yeah, you actually went by and I wasn't able, a whole different day. Right.
So we
right.
still need to do a site inspection of it.
Okay.
The RV was in the street, I noticed the other day. The
in
site
the
still needs some more cleaning up, but
Yeah, can we schedule an appointment now for you to do a site?
as long as you're going to be there, I'll
Yes.
make sure I'm there. Like I said, I've been there a couple times, I believe, on that one.
Well, I know one of the dates I did get confused, because remember I was calling. I actually called you and left you message and sent you text for one day, and then you said you had went by actually that next day. So
Why don't
I'm
you
sorry,
call
we
me at
just-
8 o'clock tomorrow morning,
Okay.
and we'll set up a time and see what my schedule looks like for tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'll come by.
All right, and then we'll move forward with knowing what our next steps are.
Because your permits was pretty vague, so we're gonna need probably a detailed, that's why I said, a detailed scope of work.
Yeah.
All the work's gonna be done.
Gotcha.
Because there is is burned out structure, a lot of extent, the work, has to be repaired.
Okay, so 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'll give you a
So-
call then.
We'll hold this over then until our July meeting.
Okay, thank
So
you.
It'll come back July 13th.
Appreciate
But
it.
in the meantime, make your appointment with Larry and,
Tomorrow morning.
okay, very good.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Our next property is 164 Cadillac. Is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It's a non-compliant structure. Finished reservations without permits. It appears to be occupied. Let me make sure I get the right. Yeah. Appears to be occupied. It is, siding and trim are all dilapidated, as is the porch. There's an abandoned vehicle, overgrown debris, unkempt. They have pulled their building permit. They still need to pull their plumbing and electrical permit. Because of the permits that are active, we are recommending postponement to the July 13th Board of, or Hearing Officer meeting.
Post,
One second, I'm so sorry. Dan, I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said in the beginning. Finished reservations without permits?
Finished renovations. Renovations without permits.
Sorry. You were saying postpone?
postpone.
Okay.
130 Chippewa is a single-family residence, is posted on 3/30 of 2022 as a vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. Garage and first floor windows, garage has been open to trespass. First floor windows were boarded. Windows, trim, eaves, fascia, and garage are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt, a lot of junk and debris. Gas meter is locked out, the electric meter is off. Our recommendation is placement onto the demolition list.
Placement on the demo list.
That gentleman is deceased, and no family members come forward to even discuss the property. It's in very poor condition.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, it looked like he was a hoarder too. Inside's just as bad.
I was hoping this guy was going to be here. 40 Dakota is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It's a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated structure. Garage windows making open to trespass. House roof hole and has a hole in it, as well as the garage. The roof, siding, eaves, gutter, garage are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt. Again, animals undermining. Guardrails and handrails are rotted and or missing. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is off. The gentleman said, well, he's trying to sell the house. Looked and there was no multi-list as of the day he came in. Our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Place on the demo list. It's a cute house.
It could be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of extent damage to it, but it could be and the neighbors around it have done a lot of work. Actually, the guy just two houses now just paid almost $200,000 for it, a house.
Really?
2 houses, yeah. So it could be a great house.
221 South Edith is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It's a vacant, dilapidated, dangerous structure. See, attic windows are missing, boarded windows and roof. The roof, siding, soffit, and trim are all making it dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. Porch railings are not in compliance. Gas meter is gone. The electric meter is gone. Our recommendation is to be placed onto the demolition list.
Place on the demo list.
51 Finley Court is a duplex, was inspected on 3/30 of 2022. Is a vacant, dangerous, and dilapidated structure. Shed is making it open to trespass. Siding, soffit, trim, doors, and windows are all dilapidated. Overgrown, debris, unkempt. Structural is unstable due to the water infiltration. Electrical hazards. The gas meter is gone. The electrical meter is gone. They had had a permit for their roofing, but I think that part of it has been finalized out, but they have since sold the property. The original owner has sold the property. The new owner has made no appearance to do anything. So our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Place on the demo list. This building looks like a disaster.
The whole inside's gutted. I mean, 451 Irwin is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Is a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated structure. Soffit, siding, roof, trim, and windows are all dilapidated. Overgrown, debris, unkempt. Handrails on the porch are missing. Gas meter is gone. The electric meter is off. Recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Place on the demo list.
750 Lounsbury is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Let's see, it was a dangerous and dilapidated structure. It is occupied. Roof, siding, trim, and soffits on the rear elevation are all, and the wall is exposed. Same items are making it dilapidated. Some debris, unkempt. Lack of handrails on the porch. The gas meter is on. The electric meter is on. They have pulled a building permit and electrical permit, therefore our recommendation is for postponement to the July hearing officer meeting.
Postpone until July.
771 St. Clair is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022, is a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated structure. Windows boarded, roof, siding, and soffit are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. Gas meter is off, or is gone, the electric meter is gone. Recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Place on the demo list.
18 Tacoma is a single-family residence, was posted on 3/30 of 2022, is a dangerous, dilapidated structure. Siding, windows, our side window is open to trespass as well as the shed. The siding, soffit, trim, and windows are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt. The chimney is falling away from the house. The gas meter is locked out. The electric meter is gone. Box and meter, the lines are gone. Our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
I have a question on this. Looking at the pile of debris and the condition of everything, and please don't take this as any type of an insult, how does this one just now show up after all of this time?
That's code enforcement question. I don't know. The code enforcement is, it was basically brought
I
to our
know you
attention
have,
when we were.
I know there's a lot to do.
Well, there's two of them in the neighborhood. Tacoma, we were posting it and said, why isn't this in the radar of what's going on? So
I think they're addressing issues at this time about properties in this condition. Yeah, I can't even answer that one. I was shocked.
And that's, like I say, I'm not criticizing anybody because.
I was shocked when I turned down that street. I was.
Placement on the demo list. It's it's the old open and obvious.
Yes. And we come to 19 Tacoma across the street was posted on 3/30 of 2022. Is a vacant, dilapidated structure. Siding, soffit, trim, deck and railings are all dilapidated. There's 2 abandoned vehicles. It's overgrown, debris, unkempt. Gas meter is locked out, and the electric meter is off. Our recommendation is to be placed on the demolition list.
Place on the demo list.
That's right across from that other one, and they're both relatives.
Are they?
That's what the
And
neighbors told us.
This is a newer, it's not a new car, but it's a newer car. It can't be but, 6 to 8 years old?
I think
But
that
the
person-
window is down.
I think that person's deceased too.
Wow.
But the window on the car is down. It's been raining in and snowing in it for, you said, about a year now.
Like, placement on the demo list, please.
90 Virginia Street is a single-family residence. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It's a dangerous, non-conforming occupied structure. The garage is open to trespass. Roof, siding, trim, chimney, garage, and fencing are all dilapidated, overgrown, debris, unkempt, animals undermining. Gas meter's on, the electric meter is on. They had a property maintenance inspection and have an active building permit, although the plumbing and electric permits are still needed. Therefore, our recommendation is for postponement due to the fact of an open building permit.
Postpone until July. Looks like they're running a landscape business out of there.
That's has the looks of. And our last one is 253 West Walton. Is a single-family residence. Was posted on 3/30 of 2022. It's a vacant, dangerous, dilapidated structure. The east windows and shed are making it open to trespass. The roof, siding, soffits, and gutters are all dilapidated. Overhang or overgrown debris, unkempt, broken windows. Gas meter is off. The electric meter is on. Recommendation is placement onto the demolition list.
placement on the demo list. That concludes today's hearing. Next meeting, July 13th